What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Shoshimin series, this time with episode 5, I believe it is. Pretty good episode last week. I definitely think probably one of the slower episodes of this season so far. Really enjoyed this kind of fire mystery that we've got going on, which will probably continue today, and definitely the longest arc that we've had going on as well. But yeah, I really like the scene at the end of the episode with, oh, the names are terrible, aren't I? My bad. With our main character, seeing him and his girlfriend have a really weird, awkward interaction date, if you want to call it that. I think he is just like using her as a facade, so it's not like this cheating thing is going to affect him. I don't think, as much as people seem to be really angry about it. Like I said, I feel like he's just kind of using her anyway, so not in a using way in terms of like, I mean, it is negative when you think about it, but not in terms of like just for sex or something like that. He's using her to look ordinary. So I kind of feel bad for her a little bit as well, but not as much at all considering she's cheated on him a load of times. But yeah, it was an interesting look into her and their relationship. The more we saw, the more we delved into the actuality of their relationship, the more it was very awkward and just they did not fit together at all. Kobato, that's the name I'm looking for. And will I be able to remember her name? Probably not. Oh, Osanai. There we go. Good job, me. Suspicious Summer. I think there was something to be said about also how this was perfectly set up for our red-haired character here. Oh my god, is that loud? But yeah, I think Kabato again was starting to, and the other guy who we're good friends with, I think they're starting to come to terms with the fact that this has been almost perfectly set up for him specifically, this mystery. Sorry guys, like a hair that's like in my eye. I think some kind of genius. Double meanings are a big thing in Japan, or they're kanji, aren't they? So I've got a bit of a theory. Probably gonna be very wrong, but my theory is that this guy is one of the guys that Kabato's girlfriend is cheating on him with, and he is the guy carrying out the fires. That's my theory. Not much to go off with that, especially in regards to his character. But call it a hunch. Yes. Yeah. And also so the person doesn't change up their schedule. Kind of remind you of like the Zodiac Killer a little bit. I mean, the killer, well, the arsonist is not putting out kind of statements or anything like that, but it seems similar in some things. I only really have the movie Zodiac to go off on that, so, and that is a really good movie. I like that movie a lot. One that's quite similar I need to watch is Someone's House. I can't remember what the name of him is, but Yeah. Well, this whole conversation has made me feel I might actually be correct. Here it is. Very different tone the show is taken right now. Very different vibe than usual. What she did. Ah, is it? Unlucky for some. It was a little cheesy. Can't even get that right. I've set this all up for you. I've set everything perfectly, and you can't even get the date right. Not gonna now, is she? Tinka Linka. Never had peach pie. Sounds nice though. Why did she say that then? Obviously on purpose. Interesting. What kind of psychological trick is that? Because obviously now he's gonna be a bit hung up on that. I think, like subconsciously, maybe not at the front of his mind, but in the back of his mind, he'll have that in his head, I think. Like, why else would she say, I've got three things to tell you, and then pretend it's two? It's got to be some kind of psychological trick. So what is this? Kitahura, right? Or what this means. How did she buy that book for him? What is the book about? Can't quite see. I mean, if you're Japanese, you could obviously just see what it says there. It says it in English, I think, underneath, but it's just way too far away to actually read. Yeah, I got no chance of reading that. Apologies. Hopefully, we might see it later. That's the thing with Osanai, like that. You could just write that off, but you could, but with a character like Osanai, I don't think you can write off anything, even the subtlest little detail. I think the show has very much taught us that. Like I said, I could be making a big deal out, and that was at 10 to on the Friday. That was last night at 10 to 12. She bought that book. Wonder if that's got any relevance. But yeah, let's not overlook any detail in this show. And that book she got was from Kitahura. I think I did see. Like I said, it's a bit hard to keep up with the Japanese names of places in this arc. Struggle enough with the names, let alone the names of places. I mean, fair enough. Can't exactly lie to a detective, can you? But yeah, that. It's nice of him. I guess he did keep something in a way that he didn't have to lie about. I'm surprised there hasn't been one yet in general. I haven't heard much from the police about this, have we? Pretty serious stuff. I mean, there's no like life's in danger or anything. I mean, there could potentially be, but there hasn't been. It's amazing, that, isn't it? I knew that'd be his answer. Amazing, the Duality. I'll always answer your call. It's such a generic thing to say. Something like, if you've seen so many romance movies, it's something corny. You take like that and just like what you perceive a romance to be from the view of like a movie, rather than, yeah, it just seems like so generic and forced. And then when you, have you got anything to ask me at all about me? No. No, I'm not interested at all. Yeah, just funny. The instant duality of it. I believe anyway. Again, I could be wrong about this. He could genuinely like her. I don't think he does, but bro's got to touch his face. Oh yeah. He just doesn't care. He just don't give a fuck. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Well, this goes a bit further than that. It's really creepy. It's almost like a horror movie. It's so creepy. Like I said, it does feel like a horror movie, kind of. Yeah. He's being very creepy right now. He's not even being like, he's not even able to even pretend to like be a little sad. I guess he doesn't need to now because he knows where this is going. Probably best. She gonna kiss him? Oh. But I think she actually said like, it was even harsher than what the subtitle says. I think she said like, "You're the worst." Well, this been like, I think I summed this up pretty well in the intro, didn't I? The end of last episode really really shone a light on their relationship. If we didn't already kind of figure that out, the fact that it's just a ploy to look normal. I did kind of question the validity of it, of the fact that there's all these rumors going about her cheating and he's still with her. That doesn't look normal. But how is he meant to kind of gauge that if you're not normal? if that makes sense. Like, how would he realize that's not normal? Yeah. I guess he's smart enough too. I guess that might be a bit of a plot hole per se. It's not really, but yeah. This was always common. She's got a pretty weird taste though, hasn't she? She likes boys that doesn't care about her. It's actually quite common, funnily enough. When I had my most popular phase with women, it was when I was a bit of a jerk and a delinquent. So quite ironic. All the stuff they say, they want a good guy and so on. They don't actually. They want someone one step away from being, then looking like a serial killer. In this case. Yeah, honestly, he kind of gave me like Michael Myers type vibes during that whole scene, just like smirking the whole time. A lot of people. Yeah, I really like that, to be honest with you. Again, the end of the episode last week, and the scene with them this week, I really like looking into Kavato's relationship. To be honest, quite interesting. Yeah, man. Hope you guys got to get out of there quick time. It's an experience. Experience is always good, even if it's bad. Ends up being good. Tell you what, though, this arc has gone on a long period of time, hasn't it? Yeah, I love how they cut to Osanai when it says that. Good luck and coincidences. I wonder how many of them there actually were. Very few, if any, I imagine. Mm. Will we though? Will we actually run into her? I keep saying this. I feel like she's too smart to actually have any hand in this that links this back to her, or to be there herself. Someone did point out last episode that you can hear. Apparently, I didn't go back and check this, so I'm not sure this is actually true. But apparently, people I saw in the comments were saying that you can actually hear a train in the background of Osanai's phone call to Urinal. And obviously we heard something similar from Urinal's end, but I don't know if they're talking about the scene where we heard that over. Like I feel like the people that said that were just talking about the scene where it played that train track scene over what Osanai was saying to Urinal, not the fact that it actually came from her phone. It just played over top of their phone call. So I'm not sure how true that is, but she was potentially there last episode. Like I said, I feel like she wouldn't have been. I feel like she's well smart enough to know to actually physically keep away from this. Although she does seem to want to keep tracks on it, and obviously she's paid attention to every little detail and saw out every little thing, from my understanding anyway. So perhaps I could be wrong about that. But yeah, I'm not sure we'll actually find her. That's a bold claim. You guys know my stance. I feel like it's his friend. Again, I've got not much to go off at all in terms of friend's behaviour. It's just like some of the dialogue they have is a little bit suspicious, especially the one we got today between the two. But it just kind of, it feels like, to tie everything up nicely, it would be quite nicely tied if we got one of Uranel's friends, him involved, Kabato's ex-girlfriend now involved, and then Osanai obviously manipulating his girlfriend, his boyfriend, into doing this. Again, I don't know. I'm probably totally wrong, but yeah, that's just my theory. But it's not. I won't even call it a theory. Just guess. So yeah, just to confirm that, it's Osanai controlling Kabato's girlfriend, to a certain extent, to make one of the guys she's seeing, that being Uranel's friend, to do these fires. But it's all totally planned by Osanai. It's all totally her doing, but it won't ever lead back to her. I'm kind of glad this is, because this has been going on for a while. I'm kind of glad this is hopefully ending next week. Don't get me wrong, I've really enjoyed this, but it has gone on a long time. Like, no, I think they said it's almost a year since the initial one. Like, are these guys going to be in college by like season 3? Like, the time has gone very quickly. I'm almost a little bit scared in that regard. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Another really good episode. Like I said, I feel like the standout today was, again, definitely the Kabato and his ex-girlfriend scene. I just really like the interactions because they're so strange and peculiar. And as I said, it really had a kind of almost like a serial killer vibe of like there being someone with a similar kind of mental, because it is quite similar to a serial killer. Like when you compare Kabato and like when I think of like slasher villains and such, there is actually quite a lot of similarities between their personalities. Obviously very different. I mean, he's not got the want or need to kill people and so on, but his kind of obsession with like mysteries and figuring things out and such is almost just as kind of creepy in a weird way. I mean, it's not, but it kind of is. Like, yeah, that this episode especially kind of shone a light on that. Like, he was really creepy throughout this whole scene. As she said, he was just kind of horribly smirking at everything, and she's like releasing all her feelings and like being super serious right now, and like, and he's just smiling, just keeping up the act, keeping up the smile. Yeah, we all knew he was kind of, again, taking advantage of her to an extent, but just seeing that release today, I thought it was really cool. I'm not sure what to make of the final sentence, to be honest with you. The whole calling him Joe is like, that was like her last attempt at trying to get personal to him, perhaps. Her last attempt at trying to get something out of him, some kind of reaction, or to gauge him, or to, again, grow closer in some kind of way, to learn even the littlest thing about him, to build some kind of rapport, and it just failed miserably. Is that what happened? Yada. No way. And she's like, yeah, you're horrible. Yeah, I'm not one to talk, but you're the absolute worst, I think she says there, which is ironic considering she's cheating on a few people right now. It's pretty amazing. Again, the comparison, the girl that, as a lot of people have been saying, how much they dislike because she is cheating. It's incredible that even a character this kind of egregious and doing this much of a wrong thing to someone is actually the one I kind of sympathize for in this situation. It's, yeah, and like, he's the monster in this situation and she isn't. It's quite incredible how they actually kind of formatted this, and again, I really liked it. But yeah, do let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comment section. Another great episode. Again, I am looking forward to seeing this wrapped up. We have spent a lot of time on this arc, and I think it has meandered a little bit in terms of the whole actual firefighter situation. Like I said, I really like the scenes with Kabato's girlfriend and such, and I've liked the mystery so far, but it has kind of slowed down quite a bit from the initial early episodes, hasn't it, in terms of how much progress we're making, especially because we now pretty much, you don't know everything. I could be totally wrong about quite a lot of things, but we're pretty kind of gauged in what's going on with this whole situation now, aren't we? And I wouldn't say it's overstaying its welcome, but it definitely does feel like it should be reached in the end now. So looking forward to seeing that next week. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you guys then with episode 6.